13 people shot on the south side of Chicago. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another edition of the Jericho Report. It is Saturday, September 21st, 2013. People sending me this left and right. This is nothing new, people. This kind of crap goes on every day in cities across this nation. The only reason it's mainstream news is because they're trying to push the gun agenda, make no mistake. First link below is going to take you over to the Blogspot. That's where you're going to find all of this madness I'm about to give you. Again, 13 people shot on the south side of Chicago. Assault rifle, high-capacity magazine, yada yada, read the article. It's all for the agenda. You know, this kind of crap happens every day. Go turn on a police scanner in any city across this nation any night of the week and listen to what's going on. You know, I got this from RT. Chicago passes NYC as U.S. murder capital. Take a look at how gun control works. Take a look at Chicago. What's up with your city, Rahm Emanuel? Don't even see your face anywhere. Where are you? Off living the life like a mobster, I'm sure. Put a link to this. That's how gun control works, people. From ABC News, Indianapolis officer fatally shot, gunman killed. Tragic story here. You know, we talk a lot about the police state going on in this country, but I don't think we stop and take time to realize that there are some good cops out there. This officer here was responding to apparently a domestic dispute. Woman screaming for help, being held at gunpoint. Gunman killed the cop. Gunman dead. Tragic story. My heart's with the Indianapolis Police Department. Other news here. Ottawa bus train crash kills 6 in commuting horror. Wow, that sucks. Put a link to that. Staten Island bomb scares. Series of bomb scares has Staten Island residents on edge. Bomb scares, huh? From CBS New York. Put a link to that. Yahoo CEO fears defying NSA could mean prison. Tell me we're not living under a tyrannical government. This from Fox News. Years ago, that would have been on a conspiracy website. From naturalnews.com, the coming plague will not be stopped by drugs. CDC now admits era of antibiotics at an end as bacteria outwig drug companies, yada yada. Let's see here. Be advised. Deadly fungal disease detected outside the Pacific Northwest. This posted September 14th on Before It's News. Be advised. Contra Costa rolled upright after complex operation. I can't believe, with all of the technology on this frickin' planet, it took over a year to get that damn boat uprighted. But right on. Put a link to that. Let's see. Unlucky thugs target Texas man with heightened sense of awareness and a concealed carry permit. Right on. Put a link to this from The Blaze from September 12th. Carjacking victim shoots 2 would-be car thieves, killing 1. Right on. This from guns.com. Put a link to this. Tony Blair's daughter and her boyfriend threatened in gun robbery terror. I wonder if she'll have armed guards accompanying her from now on. That's ironic, huh? Put a link to that. One more here. Starbucks seeks to keep guns out of its coffee shops. Not banning guns, but asking customers to obey. We don't want guns. Just please don't bring guns to the coffee shop. Starbucks, you can take your gay-ass coffee and get the hell out of America. Just my opinion. Over to financial news. Stocks are about to plunge, Wells Fargo warns. This was 10 hours ago. Indeed, today we had nearly a 200-point drop in the Dow. Put a link to this. Do they know something? Washington Times, House passes spending bill to defund Obamacare. Right on. Put a link to this. I don't think it's going to survive, but very interesting. Very interesting. It's you know, we see this time and time again, debt ceiling, and we're running out of money, and it's just entertaining to see these people play like villains and go back and forth, and they're all playing for the same team. We all know that. It's good entertainment, though. From the Hill, franchise owners come to Washington to plea for Obamacare relief. Is this the McDonald's thing? I'll put a link to this. Got a couple more here. Home Depot drops big Obamacare surprise on 20,000 employees. Be advised, if you're affiliated with Home Depot, you're going to want to know about that from the Blaze. From the Weekly Standard, Obamacare. Employee accidentally sends out 2,400 Social Security numbers. Oops. You don't mind, do you? Put a link to this. Another one from the Hill. White House gets ready for shutdown. Again, good entertainment on the way for the next coming weeks. Let's see. Obama says reaching the debt ceiling does not increase our debt, though it has over 100 times. Reaching the debt ceiling does not increase our debt? Is our children learning? Put a link to this. Let's see here. Got one here. 5 years after market crash, U.S. economy seen no more secure. I don't know the website, but I'll put a link to it. I don't disagree. 1 million truckers to protest Obama by shutting down America for 3 days in October. Right on. Preptards unite. We shall be fine. Examiner.com, dollar no longer primary oil currency as China begins to sell, yada yada, from the Examiner. Put a link to this. And the economy is doing good for some people because check this out. Grand Theft Auto 5 breaks all kinds of records by making $800 million on its first day. Grand Theft Auto 5 makes $800 million on its first day of release. Wow. Over to New World Order and Police State News now. Times Square shooting. 2 reported shot by police. 2 bystanders, I believe, wasn't it? This from HuffPost, New York. You know, let me steal a phrase from Change the Channel. Come on, man. Just can't be shooting people. Put a link to this. Unarmed man possibly looking for help after wreck. Shot by police. I do believe this officer's been charged with manslaughter or something. I'll put a link to this from CBS News. You just can't be shooting people. Bizarre scene in Toledo. Cops hold entire family on ground with taser. If you haven't seen this, check this out. Article from Police State USA. There is a video that accompanies this. I'm not sure if they have it on their site, but I'll put a link to it. Crazy scene, man. Nazi Germany. Take a look at it. Let's see. Watchdog.net. The Supreme Court just eliminated the Fifth Amendment. What else is new? This is posted. There's no date, of course. California college bar student from handing out copies of the Constitution. This September 19th from Fox News. You constitutionalist, boy. We gotta watch you. You're a possible terrorist. 3 men illegally arrested for open carrying black powder pistols in Texas. Here's why they were willing to fight this all the way to the Supreme Court. Right on. Put a link to this from the Blaze. Got one here. I guess this is news out of Australia. NSW graffiti laws to also outlaw hopscotch squares. More signs, people. The signs are everywhere. It's a big idea. A new world order. George Bush, check it out. You can't play hopscotch anymore. That's graffiti. That's charge you with a felony. How dare you draw with sidewalk chalk? From the Digital Journal, FBI calls half the populace with 9/11 doubts potential terrorists. Really? Half the populace? Are those numbers accurate? Does half this country question 9/11? If so, then right on. We have been making a difference. The FBI, let me come a little closer. Let me tell you something. 9/11 was an inside job. Right on. Put a link to this from the Digital Journal. Are you telling me, what about all the cops and people in law that actually question 9/11 themselves? Are they potential terrorists as well? I know quite a few cops that question 9/11. Over to, what is this, World War III news. Did Obama just waive the ban on arming terrorist groups? Question mark. This from the Blaze. I got another link here from the New American. President breaks arms export laws to send shipments to Syrian rebels. Al-Qaeda rebels. I'll link to that. Same people that supposedly attacked us on 9/11. UN, convincing evidence of Syria chemical attack. This from Yahoo News. September 16. Russia will give UN proof of Syria rebel chemical use. I don't know what's going on this Syria chemical weapons deal. Supposedly this weekend there's supposed to be the deadline for turning over or whatever. From the Hill, McCain, Obama should weigh bombing Syria without congressional approval. Should weigh options on bombing Syria without congressional approval. No doubt he is. From USA Today, Gates and Panetta question Obama's Syria strategy. Interesting to see this government turning on itself. At least that's the show anyway. Obama says Iran shouldn't misinterpret U.S. response to Syria. This from the Washington Post, September 15. Iran's president calls for constructive dialogue, end of unhealthy rivalries. Right on. Do you mean that? I don't know. Letter from United States Army officer to people of the United States. Check this article out. Interesting times. Got one more here. Not sure on this. This is coming from Press TV. Somebody tell me if you can verify this. If you can, this is a major Operation Blackjack hit. U.S. to test nukes on same day as UN holds nuke disarmament meeting. This is coming up September 22nd and September 26th. September 9/22, huh? That's interesting. Again, please, if anybody can verify this is coming from Press TV, which is known to be a little bit of a disinfo site, so yeah, I'll put a link to it. Over to Earth changes in 2012 news. Super typhoon, world's strongest storm of 2013, headed for Hong Kong. Be advised, this from the South China Morning Post, September 21. Put a link to this. Man, oh man. Powerful typhoon downgraded after lashing Japan. I believe this is the one that blew right over Fukushima. Yeah, pick that stuff up and throw it all over the place. Nice. Another one here. Earthquake hits Japan's crippled nuclear plant. I think a 5.3 hit Fukushima. Could things get any worse over there? More than 1,000 unaccounted for in deadly Colorado floods. Update on the flooding here from USA Today out in Colorado. My heart's with my friends in Colorado. Let's see. Life Science. Cloud seeding not to blame for Colorado flooding. Cloud seeding? What on earth is cloud seeding? Never heard of that before. Are you kidding me? I'll put a link to this. You crazy conspiracy people. Got one here. More than 100 deer found dead west of Missoula. Missoula? I don't know if I'm saying that right. September 18. Got another one here from local here. New information on dolphins washing ashore in Virginia Beach. Man, the fish kills continue. Earth gains a record amount of ice in 2013. Earth has gained 19,000 sea ice day, more ice, a lot of ice this year, apparently. That's what they're saying. From the Mail Online, world's top climate scientists told to cover up the fact that Earth's temperature hasn't risen for the last 15 years. Remember Climategate? Copenhagen? Yeah, they didn't get away with that. You know why? Because of us. Hats off to the alternative media on that. Space.com, extreme space weather, storm sparks satellite failures. Study suggests. Yeah, no crap. September 16. One more here. Strength of gravity shifts. Really? This time it's serious. Put a link to this. Man, does that mean we all lost weight? I don't know. Give me 1 second. I'm going to load up this next set of links. I remember seeing something they were talking about life on Mars, and everybody's going to be like half as, because the gravity's not as something. I don't know. What else we got? Over to strange and bizarre news. Matthew Harrell believes he killed a chupacabra. Chupacabra? Put a link to this. This is from Weird News HuffPost. From the Daily News, decades-old bodies found in sunken cars in Oklahoma Lake. Let me quote Joe Pesci from Casino. A lot of holes in the desert, and a lot of problems are buried in those holes. So I'll put a link to this, man. Back in the mob days. Texas man's beer gut turns food into alcohol due to rare auto brewery syndrome. I know I got this from Jack Look 4 on Facebook. Interesting stuff. I don't know whether I don't know how to feel about that story. I would say cool, but then maybe, I don't know, whatever. I'll put a link to it. Just strange. Very strange. Local here, 14 NBC. NASA offering big bucks to stay in bed. NASA's offering $18,000 to stay in bed for 70 days. Even I have things to do. Put a link to that if you're interested. From the Mail Online, this is craziness. Now, I got this from Chrissy Sumer. We'll be uploading our entire minds to computers by 2045, and our bodies will be replaced by machines within 90 years, Google expert claims. I have no doubt that human beings will go in that direction because we're fastly approaching that singularity. Crazy. If you want, do some research on singularity. Some crazy stuff, man, because as computing power continues to multiply in factors beyond what we can even imagine, I mean, the future, I don't know how I feel about the future. And infomercial king Kevin Trudeau out of jail after a day. He's out of jail? Right on. Last I saw this, he was in jail. Now he's out of jail. Kevin Trudeau. I don't know how everybody feels about Kevin Trudeau. Some people say he's a con man. You know, if you allowed yourself to be conned by somebody, but you know what? There is one thing that I would highly recommend everyone listen to by Kevin Trudeau. It's called Your Wish is Your Command. It's a 14-part CD series, and if you know how to use the internet properly, you can surely find it without paying for it. He goes into the elite and you know, energies and frequency, and it's very interesting stuff. I would highly recommend. But Kevin Trudeau apparently is out of jail after spending a day in jail. Scam artist or not, I would highly recommend Your Wish is Your Command. Very good stuff. That's all I got for news, guys. Check out my favorites. I'll put a link to my favorites. Tons of fresh content over there. Tons of stuff. People putting out videos left and right. Thank you to everybody who puts out content. It has been a crazy week. I do have one shout out this week. Shout out to yourcam.org. This is Free Loving American's web streaming site. You know, when Blog TV went down or changed over to YouNow or whatever it was, a lot of us just got scattered all over the place. A lot of us were still doing live shows, but just testing on different sites and whatnot. For 11 Americans, yourcam.org. We have been testing this for like over a year. He's been tweaking it and whatnot. And it seems to be all systems go. I've embedded his video on my site, MaKaElectric.com. That's where I live stream. So if you're looking for a platform to live stream, some people are wondering where everybody went since Blog TV closed. Check out yourcam.org. Set up an account. This is a website owned and operated by a fellow YouTuber, for 11 American. You guys know him. Good stuff, Free. And thank you for putting this together for us, man. And thank you for the time you've spent over the past year working the bugs out. I know I run websites myself, and I know it's not easy. But anyway, guys, I'll put all these links below. You can also follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Google+. I'll put those links at the bottom. Please rate this report if you found it helpful. If not, thumb it down. If it's the worst of YouTube, you never want to see it again, just please rate, though. It helps it move around. That's all I got. Man, a week of madness. Another week of madness to come, I'm sure. It's going to be entertaining to watch this Obamacare defunding and the debt ceiling and the White House government shutdown. We've been through this several times. There'll be some save at the last minute, or maybe, because I fully believe sooner or later it's all going to fall down. Whether maybe there's Comet Ison, maybe it's going to be World War III nuclear bombs. I don't know. I hope not, but we'll make videos until that happens, and if it doesn't happen, we'll just keep making videos. You guys take care, stay safe, have a good week, have a great weekend. I will see you on the next one.